course, Cardi gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Cardi will sell, but do you really want to compete with Rihanna? I mean, that's gonna be very. It's just all I'm saying is it's gonna be very interesting.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Cringe Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
We got KC's tea. KC, what's good? What's happening? What's going on?
Okay. So I have something. Well, for me, it's bittersweet because it's yet another thing that I don't want from her. But Cardi B is doubling her bag, and she has made I would say, lucrative deal. She has made a lucrative deal with Revolve Group. Revolve Group, I looked into it. I thought it was the people that did Ivy Park before they got with Adidas, but it's not. It's a different group. But they're a California-based fashion and lifestyle realtor, right? So obviously, Cardi B is getting into clothing, and also she's going to be getting into beauty things as well, a beauty brand. So this is going to be Cardi B's first ever apparel line as well as beauty brand. So based off what I read, it's basically Cardi B's version of like Fenty, right? Like how Rihanna did the lingerie, then she got into the makeup, then she got into the skincare, then she got into the hair care. And so I'm not mad about this. I think this is smart for Cardi. I mean, she says the album's ready and is done, but depending on how that goes, she might need something else to bring in money. I think a lot of people, it's hard to, when you have an album that she had, that first album was out of here. Like, there's no way that she
9
can
years.
surpass what that album did. Now, could she match it? For sure. But surpassing it, I feel like that would take a lot. And I feel like she's been out for a bit, right? Her features have been fire and hot, but she's been out for a bit. So I don't know if it's going to be giving the same energy. And if we're elevated, sometimes fans are not into the elevation. They're like, no, we still want that invasion of privacy, Cardi. And I think she's been through a lot of like personal things where it's like, okay, this music might be her how can I say this?
Mary J.
I'm trying to
Blige.
think. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way to put it. So
It's been a long
I
time. A long
So
time.
I
7
get-
years. It's a long
you know what I
time.
mean? I get that she wants to basically come up with different revenue and things of that nature, which I love. I think this is really good for Revolve. I think this is great for Cardi B. If you're a business person, Cardi B's personality sells a lot of the things that she's involved in. I mean, she got her little liquor whipping, little whip
Mm-hmm.
bottle or can. That's done really well. Anything that she touches does really well. And I think it's because of her personality for the most part.
It
I think
has
that's
to
why
be.
she's been able to be so successful without having to necessarily drop projects. So I'm going to give her kudos on that. This is also going to be a different kind of venture for Revolve because they've only done things that are aligned to like clothing and fashion. So now they're adding that beauty element, which is, a little bit of a risk. I just hope that this is something that we do gradual. I think Rihanna's model was Chef's Kiss. I think you do one thing at a time. You get really good at that one thing. Then you add something else, get really good at that other thing. You know what I mean? Gradual. But I don't know. What are y'all thoughts?
Um, she is attempting to compete against Savage Fenty. Now I know technically, I'm sure they could do stuff together. I know, hey, there's money out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a Fenty subscriber. You know what I'm saying? And
For yourself or for your wife?
both.
Okay.
Both.
No, that's right. Come on, supporting
Um,
black. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this goes. Like, of course, Cardi gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Cardi will sell. But do you really want to compete with Rihanna? I mean, that's gonna be very. It's just all I'm saying is it's gonna be very interesting. You know what I'm saying?
I will say a Cardi B lingerie line might go crazy. Because Rihanna's lingerie was pretty good. But it's Rihanna, you think Rihanna, you think of sexy,
Mm-hmm.
Think of Cardi B, you don't think of sexy. You think of sex. And
I'm screaming.
nasty.
You think freaky?
it get freaky. So it's gonna be some crazy if she goes lingerie.
Yeah.
Now she is makeup, right, Casey?
Yeah, it just says apparel and beauty brands.
Okay.
So that could, beauty brands can go either way. She could do some skincare stuff,
Yeah.
or she could do like makeup stuff. We don't.
Hey,
really know.
I good for her because it's been.
Or she could do hair stuff. Hair is beauty as well.
You're right. It's been 7 years since the album, so it's nice to see that she's doing something else besides just dropping singles. So
Mhm.
and
My
popping up in random shows.
My concern with her, I don't know this Revolve group. I don't know who owns it. But as I scroll through their page, it's a lot of white women.
Yeah,
Here's what I go to say this because my concern is they don't financially put the money up to
set
do
her
her
up for
vision,
success.
to set her up for success. Fenty went popping because those Fenty fashion shows on Amazon
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
now they don't do them. They don't have to do them like they used to, but there was a vision.
They get crazier and crazier.
And Rihanna went all in on. I think it was a good 3, 4, maybe 5 years straight of those fashion shows.
I think she still does them every year, like Victoria's Secret. She
Nah,
did one
don't
last
do 'em
year.
like she-
I thought
She did do one last year.
She did
because
do one last year. Yeah,
It was like they were in the wilderness type. And
yeah. She did one last year.
Yeah, I just hope
She
they
had a little Marseille
once they
Martin
figure
in there.
out once they figure out like what the style is of the brands and all that stuff gonna be.
Yeah.
They need to make sure they got unlimited check to make sure
for
that
sure.
her vision.
Here's
come
my
through.
thing. I love that Cardi is always talking about being from the hood. I need her to know niggas don't got it.
Oh, these prices
That's
got to
all.
be hood prices.
They
for
gotta
sure.
be hood
You
prices.
know what I mean? Because I think I feel like that would put her in a space to be competitive towards Rihanna. But then I'm thinking business wise, if you make the product cheaper, that means the production of it. You know what I mean? You got to make revenue,
Yeah.
right? And so you can only make it so cheap,
Yeah, if you make it cheap, it's gonna feel cheap.
right?
You gotta
So
be able to make it cheap and make it feel good.
I'm hoping that because I think Cardi has a good sense of style. I think her sense of style when she's on red carpets, casual, she's together. So I'm praying and hoping that this is something that we roll out slow. I think to Tyler's point, when we do things fast and in a rush, that's when it gets half-assed. The vision's not fulfilled fully. So I'm hoping that, we're announcing this because we're getting close to like production being, you know what I mean, ready to swing.
Question. First off, what is Cardi's ethnicity?
She's Dominican.
Dominican.
In Jamaican,
Who are you?
right?
Who would you
I think
promote
so.
to? Who would be the main customer?
If I was Cardi,
Yeah.
the girl from around the way.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
Got her.
Bronxville. It should be feel like home.
Bronxville,
Yeah.
very.
She gotta
It's
have
a
them
mixture.
sandals. She gotta have them slippers.
It's a
Chinese
mixture
slippers.
of like ghetto, but like I have something on.
Ghetto
If
fabulous.
that makes it ghetto fabulous. Very Bougetto. I think she's
Bougetto.
a prime example
She
of
gotta
Bougetto.
be.
Yeah,
'Cause she's
Fenty
still ghetto.
has become very
It almost feels snobby.
Look,
no,
it's
no.
classy, it's
I wouldn't
classy,
say
you know what I'm
snobby. I
saying?
wouldn't say snobby. It's sensual.
It's got a
Sensual for sure.
special certain
It's very like
exclusivity
hey,
to it. It got some exclusivity to it.
Fenty
I'll
is
give
more
you that.
like I can't wait till you see what I got on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
you trying to
Like,
say Cardi's is a fruit of the loom.
You got
Cardi's is gonna be like
Nah, I think
Cardi's gonna be low. She
I
wearing
have
that outside.
if she wants it to be a big deal, if she's trying to really compete with Rihanna,
yeah.
it's got to have a sense of exclusivity to it. Like not everybody can get it, but everybody
No,
can get
but
it.
why?
You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah, yes and no. Why
Yeah.
not go the route of? Because not everybody.
Because you're trying to
getting-
compete with Savage Fenty, are you not?
But so here's
Because-
what I'll say.
Shaq ain't trying to compete with Nikes. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what I'll say. I think
Yes, they are actually.
I
Shaq and
think
Reebok.
that Cardi and Rihanna have something that, and I'll say this, and y'all know when I say this, I don't say this lightly. have something that Beyonce's missing. I think when we're talking about exclusivity or like the elite of the elite, I think anything Beyonce promotes or creates gives exclusivity. Like, oh my God, it's out of reach type of thing. I feel like Rihanna and Cardi are more like attainable. Why? Because I think they do a really good job of attaching their personality and themselves to the things they're selling.
It gives you
I think
bragging rights.
it gives you bragging rights. But I think this is something that I think Beyonce can't do. And I just think that's because of like, how she's built herself up to be this thing, this monolithic being that's like superhuman, right?
Have you bought Levi jeans lately?
They're too expensive. Levi's
They dropping these Levi
Levi's
commercials,
is
and I'll be like,
expensive.
bro, I ain't seen
Man.
nobody copping Levi's.
Because it's the same motherfuckers that didn't buy the Dior, what do you call it? House of Darion.
Yeah,
The thing about
very interesting.
I'm gonna say something bad about Beyonce. I know
We
you
got
don't
1
like-
minute.
I know
Okay.
you. I know you don't. I know you don't like when people say bad things about Beyonce. I feel
Mhm.
like her clothes have always felt like you can't wear them with nothing else besides her clothes. Like
Sound like a father.
I seen the jumpsuits. I thought there was nice jumpsuits, but you can't wear the jacket without the pants, and you can't wear the pants without the jacket. It's I think that's why I didn't do well. You know what I'm saying?
No. I think it's people's styling ability. I think some people
yeah.
we don't know how to style them.
It's hard to style. I mean, she got bell bottom workout pants. It's
Yeah.
she got a bunch of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? It was cool to see the celebrities get the free stuff though. You know.
Now, I've seen a couple black women around the way rocking them jumps.
Hey, good for them. I ain't never seen nobody wearing it.
Ooh,
Nobody
last part.
works out in them though. That's for
Nobody
sure.
does.
No, that's not. That's just too expensive to be sweating in.
I only know
Like,
one
first.
person that bought the sneakers.
What would you say, Casey?
Okay, I was gonna say that Cardi B in her partnership with Revolve seems to be like the first of its kind. They do have partnerships in like different where they partnered or like did a collab. The only MC or rapper, I'm gonna do air quotes for this one, is Iggy Azalea. Everybody else I feel like is influencers or fashion, somebody that, is into fashion.
If Revolve's really about that money, they put the money up. Especially with all this DEI mess, you see Target losing money. So, they gotta support the black woman.
Yeah.
The Dominican woman.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cardi.
Shout out Cardi B.
Shout out Cardi.
Tea time.
Album coming soon, hopefully.
No Clarence.